going on, guys? On today's spooky spot, we're going to be having a look at Neca Trick or Treat Sam. If you're unfamiliar with the character Sam, he appears in the outstanding movie Trick or Treat. And I would say if you haven't seen this movie yet, check it out. It is one fun movie. But definitely interesting character Sam. Very nice that Neca actually released this guy in a figure, especially considering as well is that the movie itself was still in limbo, I believe, when this figure came out. This figure is probably about anywhere up to a year old, I believe. But before we actually open the figure up, let's get a look at the packaging. As you can see, there is a picture of Sam on the side here. One thing that's interesting, I don't know, this might have been the original poster intended. It may or may not have been. Down below it says, poison, drowning, claw, or knife, so many ways to take a life. I always like little lingos, like little catchphrases in a poster. Anytime you get that, I mean, that's awesome. Then, of course, in the actual DVD, we got this cover here. I do like the background, and I like the fact that they've incorporated the characters, and then you got Sam in the front. But there's something really creepy about this picture, and I don't know, it would have been neat if that was, if we actually had seen that in a poster. As you can see, there's Sam down below. Sam features lollipop, candy bar, sack, interchangeable head, pumpkins, and display base. One thing I would like to point out as well is that his interchangeable head is behind this banner. And I think that's a really good idea because if you haven't seen the movie, that way you haven't been spoiled. I mean, you could probably look in there to see the other head, but I like the fact that you can't see it behind the banner. And if you haven't seen the movie, then it's not totally spoiled. The Mask of Phantasm, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Kenner, I don't know why, released the Mask of Phantasm with the unmasked head. So I mean, if you didn't see the movie and you saw the figure, you knew right off the bat who the Phantasm was. So I have to commend Neca for the fact that they put the head behind the banner. Good job there, guys. I mean, it's nice that you didn't put it out in the open here. On the back of the packaging, it's got a picture of Sam here. And it says the rules of Halloween. So these are the rules of Halloween if you didn't know what they were. First one is wear a costume. Second, hand out treats. The third, never blow out a jack-o'-lantern. And 4, and always check your candy. Always check your candy. On the side here, there's a bit of a read-up. It says, one night of the year when jack-o'-lanterns burn bright and the monsters roam the streets, we open our doors to hand out candy to trick-or-treaters. But what most of us never realized is that these costumed children aren't always what they seem. Wandering amongst them is Sam, the ancient spirit of Halloween and enforcer of the holiday's many traditions. Dressed in orange footy pajamas and ragged burlap sack, Sam appears to be nothing more than another kid in a costume, but lurking underneath that simple disguise is something else entirely, something deadly. So when you hear a knock at your door next Halloween, you better be wearing a mask and you better have a bowl full of treats, or you could be in for one hell of a trick. So there you go. There's packaging on Sam. Let's get this guy open up and we will get a closer look at the figure. So stay tuned, guys. And now that he's open, I think you guys can appreciate how very cool this figure looks. I mean, the sculpt on him is very nice. It looks very, very similar to the movie. I've got the head to the side. I won't actually show you the head till later on into the review, so if you haven't seen the movie, I'll let you guys turn off the review at that point so that you guys don't get spoiled as to what he looks like. But here we have Sam. As you can see, he's wielding his lollipop, which he uses as a weapon. Kind of uses it as like a little blade because he breaks off a piece here. In his other hand, he has almost the indication of a Snickers bar, the way it's wrapped here. As you can see, though, it's not just peanuts and nougat that's in a Snickers. Apparently there's also a razor blade. And he uses that in the movie when he's under the bed. It's very nice. Let's give you guys a detailing. Let's give you guys a shot of all the detail in the figure. As you can see, they got like dirt. Like it's not just a regular footy pajama. But they've actually put a lot of dirt. And I mean, his knees are all scuffed up, which is nice. You've got the patches in his pajamas. Very, very nice. And then, of course, his sack. I mean, his sack, you know, his sack is made out of plastic, but the way it's been sculpted, it almost looks like it is made out of burlap, and I think that's really nice. And there you can see the little rope that's tying off his mask there. Very nice. The one problem I have with the figure, I mean, it's not a big problem, but one problem I have with the figure first is that he has nice articulation in the one arm. He's got a ball jointed point in his shoulder. He also has a hinged elbow. This arm also features a rotating waist or wrist. So you get articulation in the one hand or one arm. This arm, however, you can rotate the arm at the elbow and you can rotate the hand. Unfortunately, though, there is no articulation in the shoulder. For the sculpt, it would make sense that they didn't put the articulating point into the shoulder. However, though, it would have been nice if they had at least included it. I don't know how it would have worked for how he was posed, but at least if they had given us 2 points on either side, you could mix and match what you wanted to do. But it's not too bad. At least you can move the hands. So I mean, you can move the candy up, down, sideways if you want. There you go. Now his accessories, he has many. He does come first with a base that looks to be just a, I want to say sidewalk, but it doesn't look like sidewalk. It kind of looks like there's gravel. And as you can see, there's leaves on it as well. Stand the figure on it fairly easy. There's no problem with that. I really love the sculpt on this figure. I mean, they did an incredible job. Even though I have problems with the articulated lack of shoulder here, I am very happy though with what they've done sculpt-wise. I find the figure, however, doesn't stand in his base very well. I mean, you can put him in his base in his stand, but okay, it's not bad now. But I was going to say he doesn't stay in it very well. I guess it shouldn't be a problem. Once you've got him on display, that should be the end of it. So that might not be too bad. He also does come with pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns to be more exact. As you can see, they're already fully carved and very nicely detailed. So much so, you can actually even see where the top of the jack-o'-lantern's been cut out, that you could open this up and put a candle inside. This cannot be removed, but it's nice that they've just put that little added detail in there. Also, keep referencing the movie here. Whoops. Also, the pumpkin you'll see is the same pumpkin that's on the cover. So they've certainly gone the extra mile and put in as much detail and as much reference to the movie as they could. I think that's really nice. They also do include a secondary pumpkin. Now this one's got the fire projecting out from the top here. I don't know, I don't think you can remove it. If you can remove it, you probably won't be able to get it back in, so I'll just leave it as is. But you could display the pumpkins on the stand. There is actually little grooves. Hopefully the camera's going to see this here. There is actually a groove here and there's a groove here that you can place the pumpkins. I mean, you could place the pumpkins there anyways, but they've got that just there so that the pumpkins have something to sit in. Very nice. I'll take Sam back out here for a second. He does also come with a bloodied bag, a bloodied burlap sack bag, which is very, very cool. Now I'm trying to see here. It might just be a case where you you hook the bag. As you can see, the bag has just got a little hook on the handle here. Might be just a case where you just carry the bag like that. Similar to that. It's surprising it's not really an interchangeable hand. I would have thought that they would have, you know, given you an extra hand to carry the bag, but it just looks as if it's something. Now, unless I'm wrong here, it just looks like something you just hook onto his hand. And then he's got his bag that way. Yeah, but still though, I mean, it's not bad. Definitely not bad at all. And I probably will have him holding his bag because he's got the bag through most of the movie, throughout the movie there. But as you can see, lots of detailing in the bag. It's bloodied. There's something in the bag. I don't know if I want to be looking in there though. As you can see, you can't open it though. It's just very nicely sculpted though, I have to say. All right, so I'm gonna wrap the video up here. If you have not seen Trick or Treat, first of all, shame on you if you haven't. But if you haven't seen Trick or Treat, I want to show the alternate head, but I don't want to give it away for anyone that hasn't seen the movie. So, if you haven't seen Trick or Treat, feel free to cut the video off here. The only thing I'm really going to touch base on is the alternate head, so you're not really missing out on anything. So, with that, I'll see you guys next time. Okay, so you're still watching this and you have seen the movie, or you really don't care about the alternate head being spoiled. He does come with a very cool alternate head. And when I actually was buying the figure, I looked at the packaging. I couldn't even make out that the head was in there, and I thought to myself, well, that's a nice looking figure. It's a shame they didn't give you an alternate head. However, they do. They do. What you're just going to want to do is take the head off here and put the head to the side. And he does come with a very cool, very creepy, almost like a quasi-human demon pumpkin head kind of head that you could put in and snap into place. And there you have Sam's alternate head. As you can see, looks like a pumpkin. Pumpkin, kind of cross between a pumpkin and a skeleton. Kind of almost looks like the humanized alien child in Alien Resurrection as well. Kind of a cross between those three. But lots of detailing though. I mean, look at all the detailing that they put in this figure. Wow. All in all though, great figure. I won't probably have it displayed with the pumpkin head. I think it's more iconic that we'd have him on display with the burlap sack, because I mean that's the way we see him for most of the movie with that sack on, so it makes, in my opinion, it makes more sense to have him displayed with it. But great figure. If you've seen the movie, I think this is a great representation of the figure of the character in the movie. I can only hope that they're going to actually put out sequels of Trick or Treat. Hopefully, maybe with the response the fans have given this movie now that it's been on DVD, it's gotten great reviews from fans. I'm hoping that they're going to continue this and maybe do not necessarily a once-a-year Saw tradition, but maybe every couple of years do a Trick or Treat and have different mini stories intertwined and have Sam as the predominant character in every sequel. So at some point Sam's in the movie. I think that would be great. That'd be a great Halloween tradition. And I am extremely happy to have picked up this figure. You guys should check it out. But there we have a spooky spot on Neca's Trick or Treat Sam. Probably my new favorite figure. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.